Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash Season 4. So just quickly, two things to mention. The first one is, I haven't uploaded for a couple of days, mainly because my microphone broke. So what I've got here is actually my new microphone, so hopefully it sounds decent. I really don't know if the quality is going to be better, going to be worse, or it's going to be the exact same. So let me know in the comments if it's different than my previous videos, because I'd really like to know. And the second thing to mention is my last video is actually my Wonder Woman review. It's no spoilers. By the time you're watching this, some of you might have the movie out in your country, so you might not want to watch it because you've already seen the movie. But if you do want to go show that video a bit more support, it would be awesome if you could do that. But yeah, I will leave the link to that review in the description below. So back in episode 14 of The Flash Season 3, we saw the introduction of a new character into the universe when we briefly visited Earth-19 with Cisco as he went to visit Gypsy and ask for her help with the goings-on in that episode, which of course was like the attack on Gorilla City. So all the gorillas from Gorilla City were attacking Earth-1. We needed some help with that. Now, this new character that we were introduced to was the speedster from Earth-19, or the Earth-19 Flash, otherwise known as the Accelerated Man. Now, ever since this short-lived appearance, like literally he was on screen for maybe 10 seconds, 10-15 seconds, people have been very interested in the character just because he's pretty mysterious and people are wanting to know, like, where the hell did he go? What's going on with him? Now, the first thing to go over in regards to this character is the things that the producers and the cast of the show have said about the character. And the thing that they said, it was only a handful of them, but it was after that episode aired and when everyone was going, oh, who was that character? When are we going to meet him again? Because it is important to remember, on the show, they don't reference him as the Accelerated Man. We just see him, he's on Earth-19, and he has speedster powers. That's all we really know about the character. But as I said, the producers and the cast of the show did hint that it would not be the last that we would see of him. And there was rumors going around that he could possibly appear in, not necessarily the Season 3 finale, but around that, last 3 to 4 episodes of Season 3. Obviously, as we've watched the show and watched the end of Season 3, that did not, play out. But as I said, the producers and cast did say, it wouldn't be the last, or they hinted at that it would not be the last we would see of this character, which, gave a lot of people hope that we would see him at some point at the end of Season 3, but obviously it's going to have to be at some point in Season 4 or 5 when we next see him, but I'll go over that towards the end of the video. One important thing to reference from what we saw in that episode 14 of Season 3 going into the future and like his future appearances is that they made the costume, one, pretty damn identical to what he is in the comics, and two, it looked pretty good quality. Like it didn't look like some just mashed up thing that was only going to be used for 10 to 15 seconds on an episode. It looked like they spent a bit of time on it, and I was actually very impressed with it. So as I said, you wouldn't think it would be a one-time thing. You would definitely think that this has been designed and it will be used in the future at some point, just like how we saw in episode 19, was it, when Barry went to the future and we saw that future Flash suit. Even though we didn't see anything from that at the end of Season 3, you would think that we are going to see that suit once again, hopefully in Season 4 when Barry returns, because we know he's going to come back. But you think he might adopt that suit, and then it won't be a waste of time them making that suit, because that suit looked better than the one we have at the moment. So it would be weird if they had a better suit and not used it. And in the case of the Accelerated Man, his suit looked pretty damn cool, so it would be weird if they didn't, bring him back and just waste that suit. Now, a lot of people have been asking, oh, who is the Accelerated Man? Who is this Earth-19 speedster? Now, he could be like a character that we know, just an Earth-19 version, but the actor who played him in that, short 10 to 15 second appearance that we saw in episode 14 was an actor known as Sean Pogue. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Now, like, no offense to him, but he's not like a big name. He really hasn't been in anything. And I think he was just an actor to fill the suit, because he doesn't say anything from what I remember. I think he just like nods in that episode. So he doesn't have any lines. He might have originally, and they might have cut them. But from what we saw, he did not say anything. So I would not be surprised in the slightest. Actually, I would put money on it that if the Accelerated Man does come back, it will be a different actor. Like, they'll recast him, or as I said, it could be a character that we've already met, and it's like the Earth-19 version. Like, it could be Earth-19 Eddie Thawne or Earth-19 Hunter Zolomon. Who knows who it could be, but they'll get an actual, I feel sort of bad saying actual actor, but an actor with some credibility behind him, some roles, like a name, if you want to call it that. Or, as I said, someone that we've already met, and it's just another multiverse version of him. Now, the last thing I really want to talk about when it comes to the Accelerated Man or the Earth-19 Flash or Earth-19 Speedstar is, when would be the next appearance of him? Now, I have seen a lot of people say, oh, it could be the crossover next year, And that is a good thing to bring up. I just think there's just too many characters already to bring in a character, establish them, and it's really just a character that we've met quickly on The Flash. So everyone that might not watch The Flash, which it would be like a small percentage of the people that watch the crossover, might be like, who the hell is that? So I think if they were going to introduce him, it might be, maybe in that episode 13 or 14 of next season, where it's like that 2-part story. Because in season 1 we had the Firestorm story, in season 2 we had the Welcome to Earth 2, and then obviously in season 3 it was the Gorilla City storyline. So in season 4, that 2-part storyline across episodes 13 and 14 could be something to do with the multiverse and different speedsters, and that's where we could meet the Accelerated Man. But I think the most likely option, and it would not surprise me if this is the case, is, throughout the season, it's a 23 episode season, we have filler episodes. It wouldn't surprise me if one of the filler episodes is like an introduction to the Accelerated Man, because there's been a lot of hype around the character. I think if they brought him in, people would actually be very, very interested in watching, and it would be a much better filler episode than just having some random villain that Barry struggles with, that he shouldn't naturally struggle against. Like, it could be a dude who has the magic of bubbles or something, and Barry just really struggles against him. Bring in the Accelerated Man, and maybe, they might see him as a threat or something like that. But yeah, I think that would be the best time to bring him in, maybe a filler episode, just so, even though it is a filler episode, it's not a boring filler episode, which can be the case with The Flash and all the other shows like Arrow and Legends from time to time. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. As I said, hopefully this new microphone sounds decent. I'm begging to God it is, because it cost a decent amount of money. But as I said, if you haven't checked out my Wonder Woman review, it would be awesome if you go check that out in the link in the description. Sorry. Let me know what you think of all of this stuff on the Accelerated Man. When do you think we'll see him next? Do you think he's like a different version of a character that we've already met, but like on Earth-19, like Earth-19 Ronnie or Eddie or Hunter Zolomon or anything like that? And like, when do you think we'll see him next? Do you agree with me with like a filler episode or like that 2-part storyline that they do throughout the seasons? Just let me know what you think of all of that in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.